Hi there and welcome to my mini lecture on digital business models. So in this section I wanted to introduce you to the idea behind digital business models. Whether you're a new business or an existing business, it's important to have a well thought through digital business model. One popular method used to clearly define a digital business model is the Business Model Canvas, produced by Alexander Osterwald in 2010. This is a framework for clearly showing the relationship between different components of the business. The framework has been widely used by entrepreneurs and innovators over the last 10 years to implement various digital businesses. So in this session we're going to take a look at the Digital Business Model Canvas. We can break the Business Model Canvas into 9 sections: value proposition, customer segments, customer relationship, channels, key partners, activities, resources, cost structure, revenue stream. And in this mini lecture we will take a look at some of these key sections of the business model canvas. So we'll start off by thinking a little bit about the value proposition. Well, the value proposition is of course central to the business model canvas. This section describes what the business aims to do. It outlines the products or services that it provides. We could take, for example, an online car insurance company. This could provide for us car insurance. So our value proposition could be about providing cost-effective car insurance. But we might decide to focus our value proposition a little bit more on one particular niche of the market. And rather than focusing generally on car insurance, we might focus it on being easily accessible to our customers, and we might focus it particularly on young drivers below 25 years old. And so that gives us a niche market to aim at. So that's our value proposition. So looking next at the customer segments involved, the customer segment section of the business model canvas defines the audiences that the value proposition will appeal to. And the business model canvas defines these customer segments as either mass market, niche market, or segmented or further broken down into more specific groupings. And now for our example, what we've said is that we are aiming at a niche market and we've broken that customer segment down into drivers in the age group 18 to 25. So we've defined a customer segment as being a niche market and we're looking at drivers 18 to 25 years old. We then begin to look at the customer relationship. So in this section on customer relationship, we define the type of relationship that we are planning to form with this particular group of potential customers. And the business model suggests that the relationships could be as follows. They could be considered to be co-creators of content with the business. They could be about communities. It could be about automated services, or the relationship could be about self-service. Well, in our example, we would select for our car insurance example self-service, but we might consider that our customer segment of young drivers, perhaps communities, might also be important as well. And so we would not only offer the ability for our customers to do self-service via an e-commerce site or some other channel that we'll talk about in a few minutes' time, but we could also give them the opportunity to form communities, perhaps about young drivers and the sorts of different issues that they may particularly want to address and discuss. So having defined the customer relationship and the particular customer segment, the next thing to think about in our digital business model is to look at the channels. So in the section on channels, the aim is to consider the methods which can be used to reach potential customers and also to deliver the service or product. The main channels in a digital business model are as follows: search engine marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, display advertisements, paid advertising, or partner marketing. And those are the 6 sort of key areas that we might focus on in terms of our channels. And we would choose the most appropriate channel that is the best for the particular customer segment that we've selected. For our car insurance example, we would consider our customer segment 18 to 25-year-olds and choose the most appropriate channels. And in this case, the social media marketing would be our first choice, and then perhaps the second choice would be search engine marketing. If, however, we'd chosen car insurance maybe for the over 65s or the over 70s, and I generalise here, we may have chosen an entirely different channel to enable that particular group of people to find our particular offering in the marketplace. Having looked at the channels then, the next area to look at is the key partners. Well, forming partnerships to extend the audience for our product or service is an important part of the business model canvas. We should be seeking to partner with existing organisations or influencers who have already built a large online audience that may find our product or service appealing to them. In our example, we might consider the following key partners. Well, car sales companies that sell vehicles that appeal to our customer segment. And so we would look to see which particular car providers actually provide the sort of cars that our age group will tend to purchase, and then see how that can be leveraged into play. So given the age range of our customer segment, driving schools could be appropriate. We might also consider partnering with other online influencers relating to motoring, lifestyle, or any other key issues that would attract our 18-year-old audience, as well as looking at the motor manufacturers and car providers of the vehicles that this 18 to 25-year-old audience uses. We now consider then the activities that need to take place within the digital business canvas in order to actually make this particular digital business happen. So this section of the business model canvas seeks to define the key activities that need to be carried out to deliver the value proposition and to generate income from it. So activities may centre around creating content, web-based, mobile-based, or whatever particular platform that we've decided is the way for us to go, and also beginning to promote the service or the product. So we begin to think about the sort of activities that need to take place in order to make this actually happen. And then the final section we'll take a look at is one of resourcing. Defining the resources needed is an important part of the business model implementation. And so in this section we consider the type of resources needed for a digital business, which will often be people and skills centred, and we would give examples of the resources that we need for our particular digital business. And in this case we might be looking at web developers, digital marketing people, content creators, or system integrators. So in summary then, the key areas that we've looked at in our section on digital business models has been the value proposition, considering the appropriate customer segment, looking at how the customer relationship can be built, designing the right channels to reach that particular customer, and looking at the key partners and activities and resources that are going to be required in order to successfully implement the digital business model. I hope this has been helpful to you. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again in one of my future mini lectures. Thank you.